So what's it like being a gay Christian man?
It can be hard. It's like this wrestling. I've lived a double life before where I would go to church on Sundays, go to community group on Tuesdays, and then all the other days of the week I was hooking up. I was out at the clubs, the bars.
Did you enjoy hooking up in the middle of the night?
I loved it. It was a thrill factor, leaving my apartment in the middle of the night and just either hopping on the train at 11 or midnight to go to Hell's Kitchen to see someone or Soho. It was, just this high.
What were you trying to fill?
There's a lot. I would say the biggest thing I was trying to fill was that void of never feeling like I'm good enough. Even the littlest thing that was said to you when you're 10,
Like what?
I remember there was a family get together. I was sitting at a table, and something about me is I grew up really into acting and dance. I was not really ever into sports, but my sister was into sports. She was super athletic. And so I remember my uncle whispered to my mom in front of me, hoping I wouldn't hear, why are your kids so different? Why doesn't Christian like sports and Grace, my sister, dance and cheerleading? That really held on to me throughout the years of just having some sort of shame because I didn't like, things that, men are supposed to like. Yeah, so it was ultimately just not feeling like I was ever good enough to feel that void. It was knowing that I was wanted, at least by a man. What's the most intimate way you can get with someone? That's by having sex with them. And so
When did the buck stop for you?
there was this growing awareness I had of what I was doing was not okay. 3 very specific nights, I was waken up by the question, where are you? Then I started realizing, okay, I actually think this is from God. I just started confessing these things to the Lord and started asking him more and more for just forgiveness for the things that I was doing that I knew were harmful to me, but also harmful to God, and also hurt God deeper than it hurt me.
So can you not even be in a romantic relationship
No,
with another man?
I don't believe you can. It's tricky.
That's tough.
It is. It's very tough. I mean, people get offended by that. You can feel like you're being controlled or feel like your life's being dictated.
But how does it feel to know you're not expressing a part of yourself?
I mean, it's still hard at times, but do I want to do it? No, not anymore, because I've seen how much more I am at peace with my mind and just myself.
How are things different now the way you view men versus before?
Of course, I'll still see a guy and be oh, he's attractive and stuff, but I wouldn't fantasize over him.
There's a difference between attraction and desire.
Yeah. Attraction, it's almost like temptation. Temptation itself isn't a sin, but the desire to go and pursue that temptation, that's where the sin comes into play. And so for me, I still find men attractive. I'm still not attracted to women, but I'm not gonna go pursue a guy. I'm not gonna go pursue my desires anymore. Yeah, I tell people the only man I'm interested in now is God, that, or Jesus. That's the only desire that I'm trying to pursue.
Do you feel like there's a depth or there's a sweetness that you experience with God because you've had to sacrifice so much?
There definitely is. I just sense his deep, deep love for me. I believe and I know that I am loved by him, that he knows my thoughts. He knows what I'm feeling. He just wants me to hand those things over more and more to him.
Did you ever think there would be a day where you'd be able to manage your sexual desire?
Honestly, no. And I wasn't really trying to manage it. It feels redemptive. It feels like God's healing ministry. I'm on top of the world. I believe God. I believe he can do the unthinkable. I believe he's so much more capable of what I've always thought of him of being capable.